We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. The stakes are high, no we won't fold, because we are unbeatable. We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. The stakes are high, no we won't fold, because we are unbeatable.
Welcome to the world of Pokemon, and thank you guys so much for joining us on today's episode of Unbeatable. Yay!
Woo!
As we begin this episode of Unbeatable, we're going to join each of our trainers as they slowly awaken in their Pokemon Center room in Lavender Town after last night having gone on a couple different strenuous exercises. One, battling 108 souls that were all bound together into a spirit tomb. Then immediately diving down deep underwater in a very cold ocean. And then discovering a plot potentially to attempt to capture some sort of legendary by mysterious strangers that have been showing up. So they all decided to drink some Hot-Coco, go home, wake up at the crack of dawn, and meet up with their friend Tanner, I think is the current plan, if I'm not mistaken.
Tanner! That is correct, Professor.
All right. Real quick, as we get into this, you know what? Since Torie's the one who made that comment, Torie, you get to roll the first die today. Go ahead and give me a D6, and I'll tell you how much it fucks you guys.
Oh no!
Tiny die.
Tiny die. 3. Okay, that doesn't fuck you all that bad. Just a little bit. Each of you guys wake up in your shared room, though, because I believe it was a double set of bunk beds in the room that you guys are in. And it is the very early dawn. You wake up with each of your Pokemon. The day is yours. It is up to you to decide what you are doing next.
Did we get any, and by we, I mean, did I get any updated text from Perry? Because I know they said they were going to be in town in 2 days, and I believe that was 2 days ago.
Let's see here. Let me scroll to Perry's notes. It looks like, yes, that is supposed to be today, but no, Perry has not sent you any update texts.
Got it. Okay.
Text us back, Perry. And by us, I mean Seth.
Maybe Perry's just one of those people who she does the thing where she writes the plan and then does no checkups because she just assumes that everything will go exactly to plan all the time.
Well,
Psychopath.
Yeah, like Matt.
That makes sense. I do that. Why would the plan change?
I do that.
I don't need to check
do that.
Trust the process. But I do think that as we wake up, Seth will go ahead and start cooking up some breakfast for us to hit the road with. Make us some little egg wraps or something. And I'll make an extra one because we know Tanner's going to be here.
Okay, yeah. You pop outside, start setting up your guys' little grill and table area. You do your morning rituals, you brush your teeth, you get your Pokemon ready. Several of your Pokemon are not morning people, and they do not wake up easily. But as the morning starts, can I get, let's see here. So Seth is manning the grill. What are the other two of you doing real quick?
Coryne is going to begin a new routine for her and her Pokemon, and Corinne's going to go outside adjacent to where Seth is cooking and is going to start a little warm-up boot camp thing, and we're going to do morning stretches and jumping jacks and high knee running places until we're all warmed up. And that's what Corinne's doing with any of the Pokemon that want to join, except all of hers are required.
Interesting.
Little Budue is like putting the tendrils up and putting them down, putting them up and down. And it's just
These things just going like this.
Can you explain how he does high knees with his little steps?
Yeah. His little Badoo steps are just...
He doesn't
His little high kicks?
He doesn't have knees.
He's doing a great job.
Okay.
His calves are going to be so
That's about to
strong.
be swole.
Okay, and then DJ, what are you doing during all that time?
Well, Aleppo definitely went with you. Aleppo and Poblano
Yes.
are with you doing that.
Nice.
At first, I would have picked up my Pokemon from the Pokemon Center, and then like from the front desk, and then I would have sent whoever wanted to go with Coryne.
Okay. Then I think because you're the only one who's not sort of like occupied by a specific task in that moment, I think you're the only one who I'm going to have roll me an intelligence check, actually.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. It's my D20, baby.
It's a good, hey, that's how it ended up.
Yeah,
That's how
couldn't
it
have been a
ended
better
up.
person.
18.
18 is real fucking good.
I know.
Okay.
I have my D20. That tiny D20.
As you start walking by, because you guys are on the like very end of the Pokemon Center, because all the rest of the rooms have been reserved, you actually like walk by and grab your Pokemon. On the way back, you start to notice, oh, the little reserved signs on the doors. A couple more of them have been taken off, probably because whoever was meant to check into them has checked into them at this point. And you look down because they had reserved 3 rooms. It looks like potentially all 3 of those rooms are now have residents in them.
So DJ is going to go find Nurse Joy.
Okay.
And just say, well, howdy, good morning, how you doing?
Morning. And she like takes her like large cowboy hat off and sets it off to the side.
I love that thing. I gotta get me one of those. Anyway, have you seen a guy who probably would have checked in already? He I don't know, he got one of those. He's got one of those. Black hat, black shirt.
Nobody's checked in this morning under that sort
About
of
last night.
get up. 2 people came in last night, but neither of them matched that description at all.
Anyone named Tanner? I guess I could have just told you his name.
Roll a die real quick. You see a hint of recognition of like, sort of like a. This Nurse Joy probably doesn't know Tanner, but recognizes the name, probably from somewhere in the network of Nurse Joys that are all one big gossipy family.
Oh no!
Oh no! And she goes, "No, I would remember if he had checked in. If you're waiting for him, he's probably just not here yet."
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. You said there are like 2 or 3 doors that have been recently. The reserve sign was removed.
So there's 3 total. All of them have had the reserve signs taken off. I misspoke earlier.
Okay, ones that we're not in.
Yeah, the 3 that you're not in. Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna go knock on each door.
It's the ass crack of dawn.
It's real early.
Okay. Let me see here. Let me roll some dice.
She said what she said.
Actually,
Okay.
is would
Maybe she didn't say what she
me?
said, Kenna.
Can I didn't say what did he text me at all?
Looking through your text messages, it would only be, it probably happened after you woke up, but before you got your Pokemon, so you've been off and doing things.
Yeah.
You do see a text marked about maybe 15, 20 minutes ago that says leaving Cerulean will be there in probably 15. So he should be arriving any minute now. And if you look to the skies...
You won't see anything, but if you look at the ground, he's walking in.
He's digging up like a diglet for some
Matt,
reason.
stop getting ahead of the bit, Matt.
Okay, so fuck. Now what do I do?
You look to the skies.
Then I won't go knock on the doors. I'm not gonna look to the skies either.
Aaron was describing that.
I'm gonna.
I'm not doing what you said, Aaron. Actually, I'm going to do this.
It's your prerogative. I don't control your
And that's
character.
on collaborative
You control your
storytelling.
character. Exactly. That's called no
That's on
and.
yes
And if
and.
you look to the ocean, well, I wouldn't look to the ocean, so I wouldn't see that. So
I wouldn't
see. That's crazy.
What a silly idea. Anyway,
That's fucking
I'm not
wild.
gonna look to the sky. No, I'm gonna walk outside, and if I look to the sky, what happens?
Oh, there's nobody in the sky yet. You don't see anything.
Okay, great. So then I'm gonna go. Okay, then if I'm not checking on Tanner, I'm gonna check on Mimikyu.
Okay. Yeah. At this point, you would look over and you see that there is a small puppet who is standing about 20 feet away from basically everything in camp. Immobile. Just staring.
I'm gonna take a knee.
Okay.
Well, hey, little buddy. How you doing?
There's like the slow turn of the stuffed animal towards you. The head sort of like does this. Does sort
You
of a
sleep
rocking
all
back
right?
and forth motion.
All right.
It
then.
waves back and forth again.
Okay, I'm gonna take that as a kinda, and I'll take kinda as a positive. So, listen, you said you're okay with the name Rocco? What you
It
prefer?
nods.
All right. Would you like to meet some of our fellow Pokemon?
Yeah, it gives you another nod.
Okay. I would know that Rocco is immune to fighting type, right?
Yeah, it is a ghost type. It is immune to fighting type.
I'm gonna let out Tabasco
Okay.
against my better judgment.
Clarifying question:
'Cause
is he at the exercising thing still?
No, he was
Tabasco?
staring at everybody doing the exercise thing. Was
thought
mimic
it
you
was-
at the very least.
Oh,
No, so
Poplio and
Aleppo and
Aleppo.
Poplio went.
that's who it was. Okay, my confusion.
Yeah. Poblano.
I was like, some pepper
I look
went.
over. I look over, and Ivysaur's tendrils are just woo.
And it's funny because those things are like constantly getting regrown, so it's not like those are like muscles that are gonna like fix themselves at any point.
Yeah, he's just waving his arms. He doesn't really know what's going on. So I am gonna let out Tabasco, my little Riolu. He probably would have been wandering around, but he probably would have been staring at the exercise group with like arms crossed, like what the fuck.
Poor form
Okay.
all across the way.
Absolutely. I can't believe you have to practice this. So
Almost as useless as isometrics. Terrible.
Tabasco is going to kind of like look over at DJ, and DJ's just gonna go, "Come on, bud, we got another friend."
He looks over and like there is, as I rolled the die to see how this would respond, there's a moment where your real looks up at you, looks across the way at the like weird puppet thing, looks back at you, and you see the little tail just go back behind him.
Like positive?
Positive. Little
Hell
the
yeah.
tail.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right,
rolled a
Rocco,
16.
come on over.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty good. Yeah, your two Pokemon very much greet each other in the terms of like, there isn't like a handshake or anything like that because one of them doesn't have real hands. It has a weird little shadow tendril that comes out and does shit. But there's a moment where Rocco sort of walks up and Tabasco gives like a tentative step forward of like, yes, this is new teammate, but also what the fuck is that thing? Because if you'll recall, it's a weird Stuffle doll that sort of floats and slides across the ground. But it is only when you see like a tiny little flash of blue go across both of Riolu's eyes, a quick little flare of energy of some kind. You see Tabasco sort of like leans in and just sort of like takes his little pawed hand and doesn't go for the big Stuffle head, but goes to the side where like the hip of the Stuffle would be and goes like tap, tap, tap. Like 2 times.
Right on he head.
And across the way, as this interaction is happening, Seth, when you look to the skies, you can see you don't hear anything because these are famously silent creatures, but you do
I'm not listening.
see a descending form about the size of about 2 people. As you see a large feather-crowned brown bird creature descending downward, and you hear a up on top of its back in the distance.
Yes.
as you see a man in a black jean vest over a purple flannel with a black cowboy hat starts descending to the ground.
Incredible.
This is exhibit 3 of why Aaron hates me.
Yeah, I do. I hate you. What are you saying, Matt?
Tanner's here, but you guys have heard that, I think.
Okay.
Did we all hear the yeah?
Yes. I especially with Seth pointing it out, absolutely. Seth, at this point, you're like getting the last of your reps together. It's like you're in that like packing the rep stage where you're like doing the like, and you've got clean folds. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's all looking good. You've got nice technique. But yeah, Tanner and Specs the Noctowl both land on the ground, and he goes, "Well, hey everybody, how you doing?" You look over at him, and you see just like the deepest eye bags ever from a man who has not slept well.
Are you okay?
You look tired.
Well, I got in pretty late last night, and I left early this morning just to make sure I could be here. I wanted to see all my friends in the tower. It's nice to see y'all. Oh, where's Vermilion at?
Oh.
Here's a burrito. Just throw that out.
Seth says through tears.
Vermilion. Yeah, Vermilion had to go take care of some personal stuff, so they opted to part from us for a little bit, but we'll see them again.
All right, sounds good. It's good to see all you again. And he sort of like goes over and he like starts unwrapping the top of the burrito and immediately and like leans over and gives like side hugs to every person as he goes by. And as he gets to you, DJ, he like leans all the way down to give you like a hug. And then he looks behind you and he goes, as you hear just like a big inhale.
You don't want to choke on the burrito. There's large chunks of egg. You don't want to.
Yeah, he's like, just a piece of ham just flying.
Tanner, cool it,
where'd I get ham
remain
from?
calm.
When did you get such a precious creature? And he looks down and you see he's staring at Rocco on the ground.
So I think Rocco and Tabasco are still near each other. So DJ's gonna go, oh, I've had Toby for 10 many years. Lots of years. Oh, wait, you meant... Yeah, got it. Not that long. Like a couple days.
I think it was yesterday, if I'm like at
was.
noon. Like it
It
hasn't even
was.
been
It
24
sure was.
hours. Yeah.
That's correct. But I don't want to tell him we went to the tower without him.
Okay.
Oh,
He goes, okay, well, this is an absolutely beautiful disguise you got going on here. And he sort of leans and he takes like a piece of egg out of his burrito and like hands it. And you see the little shadow hand come up and then pull it down underneath the disguise. And he looks over and goes, all right, y'all wanted me to get here quick though. So you got some sort of urgent tour or something you need me to go on?
I feel like we
DJ's
all
gonna
look at each other. And Coryne looks at Seth.
Well, so we heard, and more saw than heard, that there was some activity going on in the Rocky Tunnel, and we were going to go investigate that. But we thought, more people means more safety, and also it was really dark. Not that it's not going to be dark in the tunnel, but like, if you want to escape somewhere dark, you don't run out to the night outside of the cave. So we wanted it to be a bit brighter. And
All right.
So how does that?
Are you saying I brighten up your travels? That's the nicest thing you could have said.
No, it was. We just,
Yes.
the numbers thing. Was,
But you do.
He looks just like he keeps a smile, but he like looks down like defeated in his soul. The immediate rejection of the compliment.
the self compliment.
He was thinking you were complimenting him, and then he found
Thought
out you
wrong.
weren't, and he was sad.
Thought wrong.
Yes, okay, yeah. Well, sure, no, yeah. When do you guys want to leave?
I mean, do you need to take a nap first? You look very tired.
I exist in a state of tired all the time, and I'm gonna be honest. I have about 8 more energy drinks in my bag for today alone, so I think I'll be fine. And you look over and you see his black jean shoulder satchel that he like opens up the top flap on, and there's like probably 15 cans and nothing else in that bag.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
Like many goths we know, he subsists entirely off of spite, video games, and Monster Energy.
So much caffeine in a single person.
Hell yeah, Batman.
So what's this kind of rock tunnel exploration that we're doing? Are you guys looking for a specific Pokemon? Like, you guys gonna go that way towards Cerulean? Because that flight's pretty easy if you guys manage to find somebody to fly you over there.
I think Seth saw a lot go in there. That's what he said last night over cocoa and stale marshmallows.
Oh,
Stale but
well,
good.
I mean, people travel through the rock tunnel all the time because you go through rock tunnel. The bottom part of Route 10 obviously is right north of the city, but then you go through rock tunnel, then you hit the north part of Route 10. That'll take you to Route 9, and then you can head all the way west, and that'll lead you directly to Cerulean City. So it's pretty normal for people to travel there, especially when they're training hard. I heard there's another one of the tournament people out here who's been training.
Where'd you hear that from?
Is.
Oh, there was maybe some complaints on some of the forums for the area before I decided to come join y'all.
On forums?
Forums,
Like
on the internet.
I'm
Like,
sorry, Tanner. I'm sorry.
People
I
were
got
talking about it.
And Coryne like clears here. It's forums. I gotcha. Have you heard of an old energy station? Like a
The power plant?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been abandoned for some time, but I've heard there's some pretty decent electric taps up there, so I was actually, planning on traveling up there and battling some of them eventually, before I went and fought Surge, because trust me, when you're at my badge level, Surge is a rough opponent.
What's your
Yes.
badge level?
Oh, I'll be challenging Surge for my 6th.
That is a number.
Yeah.
Damn.
That does double ours. Well,
Yeah.
or some of ours.
Not Torie's. Not DJ's. And he goes, okay, well, yeah, if you're wanting to go up to the power plant, I was planning on getting there anyway. I was going to fly, but if you guys don't have flyers, we can easily head through Rock Tunnel. It is going to be a bit difficult, so if you guys are ready for battling, we can probably head out whenever you need to head out. I'll just fly and come to the tower again later. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Cool.
Seth, you had texted Perry. Maybe we'll pass Perry on the way there? I don't know. Tanner, we had kind of invited Perry to come with us because we thought, as Seth had said, the more the merrier.
Oh, well, that's kind of interesting. I didn't end up actually battling Perry during the tournament, but they seem like a pretty good competitor. Strong as heck, too. So, if you're planning on bringing them, I'm happy to go with you, but I feel almost a little superfluous at that point.
I mean, on top of also being a number, you are our friend, so that would be like the benefit of still going.
You can see he's still stinging from the no, I don't light up your trap.
Corinne kind of like elbow needles Tanner a little bit and goes, "Oh, you didn't feel superfluous with just us? Okay, I see how it is."
Well, I do bring a little bit more experience, especially because you're not traveling with, your normal higher badge friends. So it is nice to be invited every once in a while, though. But yeah, if we're heading out, I got a burrito, I got energy, I got Pokemon. I'm ready to go whenever you guys are ready to go.
Sweet. Corinne turns and looks at all the Pokemon that we were doing the morning workout with and goes, "Is everybody ready to go?"
You look over and at least of your Pokemon, Vulpix and Badoo are both like on the ground, like dead, dying. Beatrix is like standing like, with her chest pumped out a little, but also kind of like, you hear the little bee like bzzz, like just sort of that. Everybody seems a little bit winded from the exercise that you might be more familiar with. Newton didn't even take part. Newton stood there and kind of went. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, let's go. And as those Pokemon disperse, Corinne's gonna give each of them like a high five, and then Myrtle's gonna like bring up the caboose. And as Myrtle brings up the caboose, Corinne's gonna give her a double high five and is gonna go ahead and do hype up on Myrtle preemptively.
Nice. Okay, Myrtle has been hyped up. That is actually good to know. Write that down.
I'm breaking it down.
The train of Pokemon coming from the high five train. As they get their high five, they also get handed a little Pokemon burrito.
Oh my god, it's just like a soccer game.
Exactly.
It's like a soccer game where they get the high fives and the orange slices. Yeah. That's awesome. That's fucking fantastic.
And I'll give Richter and Axel food for the day.
Okay.
And I'll probably do physical attack for... actually, no. I'll do... Yeah, physical attack for both, I think.
Okay, physical attack for both. That's good to know. Write that down. Okay.
And then after they get a burrito, I'm just going to compliment all of them. It doesn't do anything, but I want to be included.
Okay, sounds good. That's
You're adorable.
Fun.
You're super tough. Look at how cool you look with your little spoon thing.
As you guys do that, there's this
Notably
fucking
the one
line
who
of
didn't
Pokemon
do
trainers. As you're there, Tanner just like takes a seat on like a bench and he's just like eating his burrito and he'll like lean it over and let like Specs the Noctowl like peck at the top of it and then he'll just go back to eating it like he's just like they're chilling.
Nice.
I did that with my cat.
Yeah. And then he'll return his Pokemon. He goes, "All right then. So, all right. Does that mean that so you're not planning on coming back through to Lavender Town, or are you guys just gonna go all the way through?"
Just doing a little walking back.
Okay, so we're gonna go in and then we're gonna come back.
Yes.
Okay, it's gonna be, if you're trying to get up to the power plant, it's gonna be a couple days of travel before we get up there. You guys bringing all your stuff with you?
Sure. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
We are now.
Well, I think we could. Do you want us to?
Well, I don't know what you're planning on leaving here or anything like that. It's just it's a little less than a day's walk from just to get to the tunnel, and then once you're in the tunnel, it's slow going because you're having to go up and over ridges and between boulders and squeeze through cracks and all that kind of thing. So it's probably like another day and a half, 2 days to get to the actual power plant itself.
As Tanner's talking, you guys see DJ's face like melting with all the physical activity. She's gonna look at Coryne. You carry me?
Torie, can you do me
Sure.
a favor and move your mic a little bit closer to your face?
Oh yeah, it's just because I was leaning back. I'm so sorry.
You're good. You just come in a little quiet. We can boost you for that section, so you don't have to retake it. I was just letting you know.
That was also a joke. I don't need you to carry me. But if you get the urge to carry someone, just let me know, and I make a great backpack. That's all I'm saying.
As you mentioned, like, I'm just kidding, I don't need to carry you, Coryne, like, got a little bit sad, and then you were like, but as you, and then Coryne was like, okay.
Okay.
Okay. If that's the case, then you guys can pack up your stuff, pack up your Pokemon, whatever Pokemon, obviously, that you want to keep out while you're traveling. Feel free to do so. There were no other stops or anything that you were going to do before you left town, right? Or are you just going straight up to Route 10?
We're gunning it.
I think we're just going, yeah.
You guys head through to the north section of Lavender Town, where there's sort of like barren, rocky town. There is like a large section of rock wall that has been slowly eroded by whatever waterway made this canyon initially that has long since evaporated and moved on. And these high walls sort of surround you, and you can see that it is not a tight squeeze, but it is like intimidating in the fact that the canyon that you're about to walk through is maybe only 40 feet across. The walking trail itself may be only 5 to 6 feet across at its like widest points. Large, dense underbrush and sort of like drier year-round plants have overgrown over the sides of the rocky walls. There are like skeletons of trees that have pushed out to where their branches are out in the center of the canyon so that they can get some sort of sunlight when they're not being blocked by the canyon walls. And overall, it gives almost a spookier vibe than the actual haunted tower that you were in gives. And even especially in the early morning light, like at this point in time, you guys definitely wouldn't have sunlight in this pass, given that it's like maybe 7 a.m. And you begin to travel. And as we begin to travel, we are actually, for the first time ever, not going to roll encounter dice as we travel, because there are no encounters to run into during this time. You'll find out the reasoning later, but we are not going to be rolling dice.
I was like, because it's
at this time in general. We'll get to you'll find out the reason later. But as you guys continue to walk, it is a very
mouse tool we'll find out about later.
Monotonous journey. As you guys walk up the dirt path, it is probably like an hour of travel before you see anything even slightly interesting. And as you go by, you see that a large section of rock wall is like cracked and splintered off the side of the trail. And looking at it closer, can somebody give me what would this be? I would say that this would be can somebody please give me a geography or tracking check, please?
I can do tracking, but it's just a flat roll for me. I don't know if anyone has any bonuses.
I have a +3, but if you're rolling a d20, you'd have a better time.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's an 11.
11's pretty good. Okay. As you look up, obviously this crack is like not natural in the way that it's formed. It sort of like splits against the grain of all the sedimentary rock that is alongside you guys. And DJ, as you look up, you can sort of immediately tell that there's like a circular impression near the center of it. It looks like something was thrown into the wall, and that's what's cracked all of the rock around it. And looking even closer, you can see that there are like small indents where something was like tossed into the wall, clawed its way at the wall, and then pushed itself back out. This is the evidence of some sort of large battle that happened here. And by large, I don't mean large scale. I mean large in terms of the Pokemon that were in it. This Pokemon's probably anywhere between 6 to 10 feet tall.
Woo!
That, does it look like Dragon Claws? Could I get Seth to look and see if it looks like Dragon Claws?
You could absolutely get Seth to look. Seth, can you give me a Poke lore or handling check, please?
If Seth would like to.
Coryne worriedly puts
Did you
her
just
hand.
pick up the dialogue?
That is, you said poke handling?
Poke handling or warrior preference?
That'll be 15.
15 is really good. Okay. As DJ sorts of like points at the thing and sort of like, DJ, how do you say the dragon claw thing?
Hey, look at that. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, it's dragon claw.
I think DJ's gonna be like, looking at Mimikyu, looking at Riolu, looking at Mimikyu, looking at Riolu. Oh my god, what is that? Seth, that is ginormous. What do you think made that?
Probably
It looks like
Pokemon.
a large hole,
Big
and
one.
then also shut the.
Shut the front door.
Like 2
It
Pokemon.
looks like a giant hole, and then also teeny tiny holes, like a
Pokemon
claw
hands.
or
Claws, even.
hands.
Would I know
What do
what
you
kind of
think did
Pokemon
that?
this is?
Yeah, actually, you would be able to narrow it down really quickly because there is more than rumor. This being close to Cerulean, like it's not close to Cerulean, but it's close enough to where you being who you are and your parents being who they are, you would be aware that there is a local Dragonite population to these mountains, and that was definitely a Dragonite that got thrown into a fucking wall and then launched itself at whatever attacked it.
Yeah, so it looks like this might have been a Dragonite here. And it was getting clapped, as the kids say. As we say. We are kids. But I don't see where it would have gone. So maybe someone captured it?
Maybe.
But that
You
could
think
also
it was-
explain why there's not a lot of Pokemon here. If
Perry?
large fights have been happening.
It might be.
Perhaps.
We don't know.
Perhaps it could be.
I mean,
Could I-
That's
I'll
So
take a
we'll
picture
find
of
out
it and
later.
send it to Perry. And just be
This
like, this you?
That's hilarious.
Tanner, as you guys are like discussing this, goes,
But
you
it'll
know,
be like one of those things where it's like, you know how you're taking a picture of like Mount Rushmore and like everyone's standing in front of it?
yeah.
I have like Bowie and Richter and like my guys just kind of in front of it doing like a pointing up to it or something like that, or like holding it up.
Yeah.
They're
As
holding
you
it
guys,
up, but it's like this. It's like really far away, and you can tell they're not holding it up.
as you guys are talking about this, Tanner's going to go, well, I actually did a fair amount of research into Perry during the tournament because she was potentially somebody I was going to fight. I mean, she's got some Pokemon that could potentially throw around a Dragonite. Specifically, that Gyarados of hers is pretty tough. So it might be. And as he says that, you hear, ding, and you look down, Seth, and it just says probably, period.
What do you mean? You're not.
cool.
How much battling have you been doing?
But
That's
people have been
really
complaining about her
funny.
being here for like upwards of a week.
That's
really
insane.
Funny. Probably.
And it's
And maybe-
like casual, like they don't even remember doing it. That's insane.
And you get another text. Wait, are you coming up Route 10?
I take a picture of the Route 10 sign there, just my hand pointing to it.
Yeah, just like one of the like little trail markers that like goes
Yeah.
down. Yeah,
Like you are
and
on
she,
Route 10.
And she goes, okay, I
I,
haven't
I
left
send
yet.
that, but then I say probably or whatever.
And she goes, okay, I haven't left yet. Take the east paths. You don't know what she means by that yet.
Okay. Guys, look for the East Pass, wherever that's going to be.
Oh, that's going to be... So I was actually going to have us take the West Pass because it's a little bit faster. But if your friend's on the East Pass, yeah, we can go that way. Basically, when we get up there, the trail's going to turn into a Y where the river used to split. And basically, you can go up one canyon. That's a little bit more up rocky ledges. It's a little bit more like of exertion to get up there, but it's quicker. But then there's the East Pass, which is a little bit more like slower, but it's a little easier to do that pass.
Bummer.
Cool. Well, let's not take the road less traveled and go to the west one. What did she say? Whatever direction it
It's
was.
the east one. Yeah, we can go to the east one.
Everyone wants us
That's
to go
it.
east.
Okay.
I thought you said west.
West. Okay. As we start getting closer to midday, Torie rolled last time. So Matt, can you roll me a d6, please?
5.
5. There we go. That's what I was wanting. Thank you. Matt.
No.
Or
no,
not, if you don't.
No.
If that shouldn't be
Okay.
what's rolled.
Oh no.
Okay.
Armand Kingsley has moved up another level.
God bless. Oh my god.
Oh, at this point in time, Fennel Valley will be out, and you guys will have so much more context to that. Oh shit, it'll be great.
I'm very excited.
Okay,
and worried.
so, yeah, you guys
Terrified.
continue to travel, and you recognize very quickly as you continue to travel up Route 10 in the narrow canyon. You realize why she said probably, because as you go, the large cracks and gouges and scars and burns in the rock become more and more commonplace. As you see, there are chunks of like probably 2-ton boulders that have just been ripped out the side of the wall. You see there's a section where some sort of fire type attack has just melted the sedimentary rock into molten slag that's like shiny and glossy. There's a section where there's a very dry route where there's just like an oasis of smells like seawater just there, probably from some sort of like brine attack. Perry is fucked up Route 10.
Damn.
Yeah. But as you get further in the day, it actually hits about noon before you manage to meet you get to the split between the east and the west pass. And as you look, you look and the east pass goes like the west pass goes like relatively straight. And you can actually see there's like a series of ledges and like switchback paths that at the top, you can actually see the cave. That cave would probably take you the rest of the day to get to, but you can see the cave. If you could fly, you could teleport, if you could levitate, you could get there from here. And then you look to the east pass and there is none of that insane incline. There is just a meandering, like almost semi-sandy trail that continues on like what you've been doing. I will say, even though it is quicker, the West Pass is not easier.
You see Corinne's eyes light up looking at that West Pass. She wants to go so bad.
We could always split up.
DJ climbs on your back.
And plus, I mean, if Perry has dragon Pokemon, I could just meet you guys there. They'll find me, I'm sure. I trust that. That will guarantee happen. I'm kidding.
Corinne slow turns towards you. Are you for real?
No, that was no.
Okay, great.
Hey, can I ask a question?
No.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
I'm
Hey,
kidding.
listen, the experience I've had when a lady tells me to shut my mouth, I'll shut my mouth. That's fine. But
Open it again. Ask a damn question.
well, y'all been real on edge like all day. Are y'all okay?
Yeah.
You guys like. Well, it's just like I was trying to ask earlier about why we were headed to the power plant in the first place, and y'all never really gave me a straight answer, and then like it's kind of a weird, really early time in the day to be leaving on a path, and like, you know, I kept getting like random update text messages from you guys across the time of your stay here. You guys have just been kind of erratic, and I'm worried about y'all.
I think we could tell him.
Corinne says out loud.
Yeah.
This could be Kenna. This could be you three discussing if you want to.
That's fair. I feel like our vibes have been fine, but we're adventuring. Early morning adventures can happen. We're not necessarily hiding anything aside from the potential legendary that would be at the power plant.
That's what we're trying to figure out if we're going to tell him.
Yeah.
Any objections
Aaron
to
will
telling
quietly
Tanner?
sit here and let you talk.
I think Tanner has a big mouth.
Okay.
I think Tanner hooks up with a lot of people.
I would tell Perry before I would tell Tanner, I think. in
Agreed.
terms of-
Really?
I think Perry... who's Perry going to tell? Who wants to listen to Perry?
I don't
and
know
the
who
Pokemon
Perry.
make
I
all
don't
these
know shit
noises?
about Perry.
They're really cool from the 5 seconds I talked to them.
Exactly.
You don't know who Perry's associated with. You don't know whose their friends are. You don't know
They're
anything about
associated with
Perry.
Themselves and their Pokemon.
You,
Just keep a small circle.
call your info broker friend.
That is the absolute last. I'll tell Tanner before I tell the info work.
Okay. So, Corinne's gonna turn to Tanner and just be like, yeah, kinda. I mean, we're looking for like specific stuff at the power plant. I'm really more just nervous about taking my Pokemon in there, which is kind of also why we invited you. And also there's like other trainers that I don't know about y'all, but I am wary of their intentions in Rocky Tunnel, and I kind of don't want to meet them in there. So yeah, does that make sense? Also, have you heard any rumors about the power plant? Is it haunted like Lavender Town? Like, what do you know about it actually?
Two things. One, because that was mostly truth, and because you had a good misdirect at the end of it. Go ahead and roll me a bluff check with an advantage.
Yes. Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Because that was a pretty good mostly truth, and it was a pretty good misdirect at the end.
Okay. So it's D8. My D8 plus my D4. We are. Ooh, okay. That's a 5 and a 3. 8.
He kind of goes, "Oh, there's trainers giving you bad vibes." Well, first of all, no, I don't think it's haunted. I just know that a bunch of like powerful Electrotops live there. Like, I know there's been people who've talked about encountering like Electabuzz and Electivire up there and things like that. Yeah, no, that I guess that makes a lot of sense. That I'm on the team now, Chief. I got you.
Okay. Sorry if we were giving you weird vibes.
Yeah, it's just, I like to be upfront with the people I'm talking to, and I was having concerns, so I just wanted to mention them because y'all are my friends, and I know we enjoy talking to each other about these things.
Heard. You're not nervous at all?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm not nervous at all. Loomis Magic's been watching us the whole time. And he looks over at his shadow, which you realize now is not shaped like him. It's shaped like a weird spectral ghost with a witch's hat.
That's cool.
He's like, yeah, no, I'm not worried about me or my team. We'll always be fine. I just want to make sure that y'all are okay. All right. Well, if we're heading to the East Pass, though, we better get going in the day because we're definitely not going to get to the cave till after dark if we're taking the East Pass.
I turned to Seth. So much for the blight plan.
Well,
Yeah, okay. You guys turn, and it is a lot more of the same. However, the path is a lot more fucked up, actually, as you start to get to this area. There are sections where you do have to, like... There are sections where, like, small rock sides have happened, and it looks like Perry has had her Pokemon move the boulders off to the side of the path. Like, so much crushed underbrush and, like, bits of cliff that have been broken. And you guys travel probably another, like, 2-ish hours before... Who here has an int die over 10? Or of 10 or higher? 10 or higher? Okay, just Torie?
Just me.
All right, Torie.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Oh, my God.
DJ, as you are sort of like walking towards like the middle of the pack, you hear like a slight like of like something moving through the air, like that sort of like whistle noise.
Okay.
I need you to look up, and I need you to roll me a fortitude check to not shit your pants.
Look to the sky. I don't know.
Oh, no. We've already
As you look
established
to
I'm
the
not
sky.
looking to the sky.
Well, you're looking to the sky
I won't
now.
shit my pants. No, but...
I need you to roll the die.
Ironically, like shitting my pants, it's a number 2.
Did you add your badges and everything as well?
No, fuck me. 6.
Oh, I forgot to add.
There we go.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I
as
rolled
you
a
look up,
-4.
feel free to determine in what way DJ would outwardly show her fear as she looks up to the top of the chasm and can see a Pokemon that, from your best of your ability, that your knowledge, does not regularly fly, as you see about a 40-foot-long blue serpent gliding through the air as there is a massive Gyarados drifting through the wind, snaking through the air towards you guys.
Like a kite.
Like a kite.
Go.
I think Torie would just stand there and point. DJ. Torie would be like, DJ. DJ is like
sounds in real life.
DJ is like mouth wide open, smacking whoever's next to her progressively harder and fat. Probably Coryne.
Coryne is correct. I rolled this. Coryne.
What? Holy!
Oh, shit! you see like Tanner like take his hat and like dunk down. Seth, are you in any way reacting to this? Because you've seen a Gyarados fly before.
Yeah. If it's heading directly towards us, we should probably stand by a tree. It won't want to stab itself.
Are there any trees?
There's like the weird, scraggly, like rough, spiky trees that are all around that you can like sort of like hunker under for a second.
Yeah, it's not. You can't really do anything while it's that far away because any adjustments we'll make, it's already gonna like.
Yeah.
It takes like 2 inches of adjustment to make up for.
And with Seth's like blasé like nature towards a flying fucking sea serpent, you are immediately able to spot, oh yeah, it is being ridden, as you see a tiny little figure on top of its fucking massive head.
I'm gonna take a picture of its mouth as it's flying towards us and be like, this you?
Just like going
But I'm like pointing towards it.
The Gyarados drifts down to the ground and like coils once, and all of the like underbrush, like spiky, like really rough, hard underbrush, you just hear like shattering against the Gyarados' scales as it like coils itself in the middle of the walkway, completely taking up the entire path. As it like sort of like raises its head, and then you hear like a little like in the distance you hear a little like ting noise, and you go, yes, that's me. And then you like you see the figure slide down the back scales of Gyarados and land. They're standing in front of you in a long, like what was probably at some point like a bottle green trench coat, which is now very much like a more of like an off black, off brown color from the amount of just like dust in it. With like long, like off blue hair. There is one Perry Midnight with her aloof expression that she's always had.
I feel like if you look at the very bottom of the picture Seth took, it's like just the very top of Corinne's head as she was kind of running away in Seth's direction, and it's just wide eyes of fucking fear. And it's just like,
that's so funny. Someone draw that shit. That's funny.
That's fucking hilarious. I want just the photo, as the art.
Just one arm pointing.
Seth's arm.
Seth's arm like this in the photo.
You get like just the top little bit of DJ's hair because she's so fucking short. Tanner's cowboy hat in the back. Fuck,
that's
dude.
incredible.
Yeah, and she looks and goes, I didn't expect you to show up today.
Yeah, well, we decided to, get a move on early and go there, and I'll point to the rocky tunnel. I guess you can't see it from here.
You can't see it from here, but you can point in the general direction. Yeah.
But you said you were going to be coming back into town, so we have supplies if there's anything you need more immediately, because that's when you. But otherwise, we were going to go this way if you wanted to go with us. Mm-hmm. Unless you're busy, that makes sense too. You've been loud.
Oh no, I think I've mostly fought my way through the local population of Dragonite at this point.
Are they?
I apologize. Did you say Rocky Tunnel?
Yeah, the Rocky Tunnel, the one with the rocks.
You see that Perry like reaches into like her bag and pulls out like a Pokénav, like the little like GPS thing, and she goes and she clicks on it, and you hear in like a robotic voice go, "Rock Tunnel."
Oh my god.
I reach in my backpack and pull out my paper map that just says Rocky Tunnel and it's handwritten. Agree to disagree, but yeah. I like to make up nicknames for stuff sometimes.
It's almost like whoever gave you that map was entirely incorrect like 2 years ago. It's crazy. Yeah.
We'll never know.
I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know.
Never know.
And she goes, okay, well, if that's the case, actually, on your way up, did you encounter any other trainers heading up this way?
No, but I think I Our room that we were in were next to some people who said they were going to be heading to the rock tunnel. And we haven't seen them since. And apparently the Joy at the town said that there were more that came in too. So maybe them. Did you see them? Or
one of them went through the West Pass yesterday night, if I recall. I was simply curious. You see that as she's like talking about it, Perry's not an overly emotional person. It's kind of hard to get a read on her most of the time. But you see that she's like debating something in her head. Like there is more information there, but she's not like readily sharing it because it's like one of those things that she's almost dismissing at this point in time.
As they're caught in that stare with all these different thoughts going, Seth will go, "Oh, I almost forgot," and then we'll reach to his Pokeballs and let out Richter, where he's a bit taller and still very intelligent looking. And he'll be like, "Evolved."
Gabite! Shakes Thangos. That's very good. Congratulations.
Thanks. I was going to ask if you had any more like tips or heads up for like future evolutions, just because we did good, and I'll look to Richter and be like, we did good, but
he didn't enter a violent rage?
No, he did, but it was controlled, and he directed it towards like one Ampharos, and so opposed to like a crowd of gym attendees. So crisis averted.
When evolving your dragons, you can go one of two routes. I'm sure that knowing who you are, you've gone one route where you appeal to the bond with your Pokemon. If you are not entirely sure that the bond will get you through before your Pokemon can do damage, I suggest having a trainer on standby with a stronger dragon type. Perhaps my Salamence if you decide to evolve anytime soon.
Oh, your Pokemon evolved too. That's cool.
Nice. Yeah, she just totally like didn't put any turn into it. She's just like, yeah.
That's so funny.
That's cool. Thank you for sharing. That's fun. That's a fun thing friends do. Well, cool. Okay. Well, I'll keep you on standby if that happens. I don't think it's happening anytime soon. Is it? And I'll just jostle his head.
He's kind of like, yeah, he's chilling.
Yeah. So, but we're here. But I'll thank you for letting me know now to keep track of that.
Yeah, and as you're wrapping up the discussion, Tanner's gonna walk over and go, "Hey, howdy, nice to meet you. I've not actually gotten to personally speak with you yet. My name's Tanner. We were both in the tournament together. I recognize you. You lost magnificently to Kulono, correct?" Yep, that was me. That was me.
Crazier if she was just like, "Yeah, I remember you. You lost."
Yeah.
Honestly, a great way to say it. Like,
I would say magnificently. Pretty good though.
Have you expanded your team since? I think that was your greatest weakness, was that your Pokemon were both fatigued. A little bit. I've only picked up one more team member since then, but nothing too bad. Yeah, no. We were just heading up to the Rock Tunnel though, so they were telling me that they were going to ask you to come travel with us.
You knew it was Rock Tunnel too, Tanner?
Yeah. Did you not pay when I was saying it earlier? I was saying Rock Tunnel. Did you not catch that? I didn't want to correct you because, like, if I was wrong, I didn't want to be that asshole. But no, I'll be happy to travel with y'all. This is turning very quickly into a very eclectic and interesting group of people. But I guess around these guys, it kind of always is.
We're eclectic?
She's like, I'm interesting.
I thought you were Cantonian.
I thought you were Cantonian. Bro. I thought you were
and Perry's going to go, well, if you'd like to save a fair amount of time, Gyarados can take up to 8 riders.
The never-ending Seth started clapping.
Yeah, as you guys look up at this Gyarados, you can see that this Gyarados is, like, definitely much bigger than your average Gyarados. And looking at it, it looks like, though it's young, probably has some form of king gene in it. It is very large.
Big boy.
Big boy. And Perry sort of like turns, and then Gyarados like turns and looks down at you, and its mouth kind of goes, You can feel it's like hot breath. Like look here, he goes, and just like sticks out his whole tongue.
Slap his tongue. Slap his tongue.
Slap it on his tongue. Yeah, like your hand is like 4 of its taste buds. You just go like.
Did you say rub it on DJ?
It's fine. It'll scare off other scary Pokemon.
I looked
to Coryne. I'm like,
I know that's not true. You don't have to pretend like you're shaking.
What do you mean?
I know that's not true. I'm not dumb. I may be stupid, but I'm not dumb.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well,
Stop it! Stop it!
clearly avoiding my pristine apron.
As you are like standing there, Perry like reaches into like one pouch and hands like one wet wipe to DJ.
Single moist towelette. The
DJ
ones that are in those
small
like
enough
paper
it's
package
fine.
One in like the little
Yeah.
paper square.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
who is this helping? This isn't helping. I'm at
Yeah. You're
I'm
introducing
avoiding
more
eating a
moisture
chicken
to the
leg.
issue.
This is not going to help me with this greasy.
DJ
I hate when you go to the
Thanks,
seafood
Barry.
places with the crab, and then they give you the one. Yeah, and you.
Yeah.
Y'all are making me want juicy
okay.
crab real bad. Not the glasses.
It's her goggles. The goggles that are on her head. They're not even on her eyes. They're on her head right now. And she like thinks them.
All right, gang, all aboard.
Oh, so you are gonna take me up on my offer?
Yeah, I'm already on top of the.
How did you? You're very lucky that he hasn't eaten you yet. You did it without. You see, like Perry's like a little perplexed. Yeah, you see, Gyarados is like looking down at you with like you've already given it one treat, and you look like more treat. Is kind of the stare it's giving you. But yeah, Gyarados like uncurls itself, and like it's like large, like segmented serpent body is probably like 6 feet tall. So you guys have to like help each other up to get up on top of the actual serpentine creature.
Oh yeah, Corinne's just cheerleading lifting everybody.
And then honestly,
like
I feel like
yabba dabba
Coryne,
doo.
you can just like grab one ridge of scales and then just like, pull up yourself the entire way on your own.
Before Corinne does that, Corinne like looks over to Perry wherever Perry's at and just goes, "I can't hurt it, right?"
Perry looks at you and then looks at like the 8 impacted craters from Dragonite in the side of the canyon. And then she looks back and goes, "No, you should be fine."
You're right. Okay. Corinne like climbs up there and gets on. And it's like, oh, can't hurt it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Corinne, as you start getting up there, you see that there's like just between 2 scales, there's like a whole half of a tree that you can just kind of like, it's like, oh, that didn't hurt.
Take it out. Yeah. Chuck it. Oh my God.
Rocco was not comfortable being in a Pokeball last time.
Yes.
I cannot imagine Rocco is comfortable getting on top of a Gyarados. I will.
You would actually be 100% incorrect in that statement. I rolled so incredibly high on this die roll just now for your Pokemon's level of comfort.
All right. He's lived the life I don't know about.
As you go to get helped up by Coryne, you can see that like before you can go get helped up by Coryne, Rocco has like the little shadow tendril hand is like up, like waiting to get pushed up by himself.
Oh, he wants uppies.
He wants uppies.
Oh my God. That's so cute.
Perfect. He gets them.
Okay.
They put like a flat surface on the bottom of it so that it can lift up and not kill us all.
And not kill you all. At that point, you can like do the thing where you like wrap the hand under the edge of the costume, and it does the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how when there's like a
costume,
child in like a dress, you can like pick up the bottom, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now that each of you have gone up on top of this Gyarados, you feel very tall. First off, especially the shorter members of this party. Feel very tall up on top of the Dragonite, or the Gyarados. I keep saying Dragonite. It is a Gyarados. It fought Dragonite. And as you're standing on top of it, you feel like the coil of muscle underneath the scales beneath you. There is no saddle. You're just kind of sitting on scale plates. And there, yeah, it seems like Perry herself just sort of like grabs onto the top ridge of Gyarados and like just free hangs, like is chilling with it. And there's no flapping of wings. There is no like moment of like, this should provide liftoff. Instead, there is just a moment where you feel the air sort of around you guys, and you feel a massive updraft start to carry the Gyarados up into the sky, and its little frills and scales all spread a little bit. It looks like this Pokemon is not flying because of its physiology or physical ability to fly. It is instead mastered flying type energy to the point where it can now force wind under itself to fly.
That's badass.
Very cool.
Very fucking cool.
Like a kite.
You're just gonna yell over the over the wind. What's his name?
Perry turns back to you and like kind of gives you a look like this.
It's name.
Telephone the name from person to person to person to person.
Perry's gonna look back at Seth and go, What are they saying? I can't hear them.
I think they said it's all the same. Like, I guess it being in the sky with the clouds or something. I don't know. Maybe I think they've had to have.
Perry just turns and goes, and gives you like two like confused thumbs up.
DJ's gonna look at Tanner and go, "Do you think she meant his name is?"
Tanner at this point is fighting for dear life to hold on to his cowboy hat. He is just like, I don't know. What are you asking?
Oh, never mind. And she's just gonna like grumpily sit and watch Mimikyu have the time of his life.
Mimikyu's fucking living for this shit. As you guys start to climb higher and higher of the like 40 to 60 feet of cliffs around you guys, you very quickly realize why there have been no Pokemon encounters as to this point. Because you can see in the distance, there are like little Pokemon, and as soon as you guys lift above like the 40-foot mark, all the Pokemon disappear into small underground caverns and plants. You can see that Perry has scared the entire local Pokemon population of Route 10 away from the actual road.
No wonder everybody has a problem with them, dude.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, she needs to get strong. How else is she going to get strong than challenging strong Pokemon?
Maybe like a dumbbell or something. Curls.
And as she takes off, you know, instead of continuing to follow the canyon, Gyarados over top of the canyon wall, up onto like the large plateaus and cliffs above, and begins to just drift. And you could feel the hot air underneath you from like where the sun has just been pounding down on this stone. And you could feel all that warm air rising up, and it feels like it lifts you guys even further in like columns of thermal air, just thermals taking you up to the sky. And it is crazy. It is a different feeling to be flying on something this fucking big. But because she's taking that shortcut, it immediately cuts the distance. And what would have taken you another probably 4 to 6 hours of walking, she covers in about 10 to 15 minutes. As you guys, and you can see that Gyarados slowly spins down and begins to coil up. And then with all of you sitting there, instead of dismounting, Perry just goes, brace, with about 2 seconds warning before she returns Gyarados. And each of you drop about 2 seconds to the ground. Anyone who has an agility of less than a D8 or less, can you roll me an agility check?
God. No.
Oh, Tanner too. Fuck. Give me a sec.
I got a 7.
Seth out here going, I got a high agility. Oh, Tanner exploded. Oh, Tanner exploded again. Oh, Tanner exploded a third time. Oh, Tanner exploded a fourth time.
Bro, go to work.
Holy
what are you rolling? A D4?
16
Yo,
D4.
can Tanner fucking catch me?
16
Jesus
plus
Christ.
2, 18 plus 6 is going to be 24. Tanner lands both cowboy boots and cowboy hat perfectly fine on the
Very
ground.
Western-esque.
Yeah. His little
rolled a
spurs
5.
clinking. I think, Coryne, what'd you roll?
A 7.
Okay, so the two of you immediately jam both your knees as they hit the ground.
Oh, shit.
And Perry goes, we're here.
Just leave me
We're here,
here to
guys.
die.
So what were you asking earlier? I didn't catch what you were saying, DJ.
Oh, no, I got it. Its name is...
What's name is?
You're
Gyarados.
saying it's not the same. You said same.
I said
or that-
name?
Oh,
His
its name is
is...
Gyarados.
No, not like the name of the Pokemon. What's his name?
Yeah, the proper name is Gyarados. I simply refer
like
to him as
Guy.
Gyarados. Yeah.
You don't have
Yeah.
like a nickname?
Why?
Like a fun little
He's
theme
the-
for all your
He's
Pokemon?
the perfect specimen of his species. He inhabits what it is to be a Gyarados. To call him anything else would be an insult to him.
Well, you could call him like, I don't know, like Fluffy or something. Like something just endearing.
DJ, I don't think we're gonna win this one.
Okay.
Do you
Come
have,
on,
you have you named
Rocco.
any of your Pokemon Fluffy at this point?
I guess not.
Interesting.
But they're all named after peppers.
Oh, because they're spicy.
Yeah.
Respectable.
You're just gonna...
That big smile was so cute.
She's a whore for a compliment, man.
Oh my god.
And people wondered why Tanner got sad when he realized he wasn't being complimented.
Yeah. Or 2 peas in a goddamn pod.
Okay. Actually, because Torie is distracted and the other two don't have very high intelligence dice, I think we'll just move on to the next part.
How dare
So,
you? First of all.
What about Perry
Standing-
and Tanner?
Tanner is an option. I'll roll for Tanner.
Good job, Torie.
Tanner wasted all his good rolls.
Shit.
Fucking rolled like dog shit. And Perry was
Makes
talking to
sense.
you. It's fine. But as you turn, you can see now that Rock Tunnel has this massive, like 12-foot long half circle of this like entrance going into it, where it is like the stereotypical cave entrance with the fucking like sheer sides and like boulders sort of like perfectly set all around it, and there is a tiny little sign that says like Rock Tunnel on the side of it, you know, like Ranger Marker 458 or whatever, and then somebody has taken like a little black Sharpie and just put like a little Y next to where it says Rock on it. So you know, it says Rocky Tunnel.
Seth takes a picture of it with his finger in the camera.
To see. But he also has like Bowie like hold up the map where it says Rocky Tunnel next to it.
Proof.
It's that like
I love that Matt, I want to give you a compliment here. I love that all of your photos are just YouTube thumbnails. Is what you do. There's like big green text on it that just says, "You won't believe what the Rock Tunnel
big
sign
red arrow
says."
pointing.
Yeah. It's all Mr. Beast videos. Is what your fucking photo roll is.
Yeah.
No, but because you guys don't notice anything else, the cave is in front of you. It is free for you to go into whatever preparation you'd like to do, whatever Pokemon you have out. I would like to know that as well.
Could I, Your Honor, may I approach the bench? I would like to make an argument that
Okay.
Corinne's paranoia of bad guys is so high that it would cause her to look for signs of like weird things outside the entrance, like any like markings or shit like that. Could I make that argument?
You can make the argument. Whether or not I accept it is the question. Let's see here. You do have high paranoia, and it is one of your main goals. And I will allow it. Give me a spot hidden check.
Shit. Okay, let me roll my d4. I really need to put
Just
points
pull
into
Tanner.
this, guys.
Just pull a Tanner, guys. Tanner's doing great.
Oh, 1. Oh no, just one
Okay.
explosion. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10's pretty good. You look about the tunnel, and you don't notice anything of particular interest other than this tunnel here. I mean, there's a little bit of foot traffic and stuff, but that's like to be expected from what you've said.
Normal.
You don't spot any sort of sabotage around the tunnel. You don't see necessarily anything going on right now.
Okay. I'm the leader. I say when we can go. We can go.
We can go. Okay. Yeah, real quick, give me the lowdown on what Pokemon are out at any given time.
Well, I have a question for you.
Okay, what's your question, Torie?
My question is, when I look at Mimikyu,
Uh-huh.
How's he looking when he's looking at the cave?
Most Pokemon would give some sort of like reference to it just because like it's a new area. He doesn't seem to particularly like mind it or seem fazed by it or reference it in any way. Mostly because it's like ghosts just aren't scared of the dark. So to him, it's just like, yes, there is more trail in front of us.
It's less about the dark and more about the Pokemon. So I'll just like kneel down and ask him straight up.
Okay.
All right, little man, we might find a lot of tough guys in there. Are you feeling like you could fight? Are you feeling like you... I mean, we haven't done any training, so I don't know what all you got. Do you just want to, like, ride in my backpack, maybe?
Give me a second.
Like a little purse dog?
Give me just a moment. I'm pulling something up.
This is Bruiser.
As you say, like, I don't know what you got, you can see that, like, the doll itself seems to, like, do, like, a weird sort of, like, almost like chicken dance motion. And it takes you a second, and you realize that the Pokemon in front of you is using the move Splash.
Are you joking?
Oh, no.
Strong move if you know how to use it.
It's a very strong move if you've got access to Z crystals and a Z band.
All right, bud. And I'm just gonna open my little, like, satchel for him.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
Okay, and he sort of like grabs it with the like shadow tendril, and then almost like very much like Devil May Cry, like pulls himself up into the top of it.
And I'll leave it unzipped, so if he wants to peek out, he can. But
see,
I don't
peeking
wanna...
out requires sticking the entire top half of the stuffed animal out of the bag. If you remember where his eye line is. He's gotta bend it backwards in order.
Yeah, it's like a broken backed doll. Jesus.
Well, it's a stuffed animal. It's not like it's a porcelain
No,
doll.
but it's more the image of what
like...
it looks like.
Ow.
Okay, yeah.
But then he doesn't.
Okay,
No, make
so
him do it.
with that knowledge, what Pokemon are you guys keeping out?
I will keep out Richter and Bowie.
Okay. Gabite. Crocodile. The two of your Pokemon are there.
I'm going to have out Myrtle and Newton.
Okay. And then DJ, you put away Rocco. Who you bringing out?
I'm gonna bring out Cayenne and Poblano.
Okay. So with those 6 Pokemon, I think at this point, Tanner is not going to pull out either of his other Pokemon yet, though you also don't know what his third Pokemon is yet. From the current stuff. I think at this point as well, Perry's going to glance about at you guys, look at the cave, and go, did we bring any kind of like flashlights or anything? I have a flashlight for myself, but do you guys need any form of light? It's not going to make that noise the whole time we go, right?
No, just if the battery goes charged, and I keep this thing charged up, so we're good.
It dies
else?
as we walk in.
Click.
Yeah. Flashlight.
Okay. Well, then for a bit more ambient light, I'll use one of my Pokemon. And Perry like goes to like her waist and pulls off a Pokeball, and and there is probably 6 foot at the head, a quadrupedal feline Pokemon that appears. You may have seen this once or twice during the actual tournament, with this like jet black mixed with teal blue fur that sort of covers its entire body with this massive black mane and this long tail behind it that sparks with electricity as her Luxray appears. And the Pokemon immediately starts to glow like a bright yellow from both its eyes and tail that gives a lot of ambient light. Yes, correct.
Sick. Could I actually have retroactively gotten a headlamp instead of a flashlight?
Mark it off on your sheet. We'll say like whatever the cost of a flashlight is. Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I put on my headlamp.
Okay.
You need both hands to throw stuff, so it makes sense.
With the 5 of you now having your Pokemon out and deciding to sort of head off whatever issue you can see happening in the future by heading into Rock Tunnel early, we're going to go ahead and end today's episode of Unbeatable there, as we will pick up next time with the exploration of Rock Tunnel. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye! We're going into the dark!
Hey y'all, thanks for watching this episode of Unbeatable. Feel free to support us through our Patreon to get access to our Discord, where we can interact with our community and gather questions for our monthly Q&As. Thanks again, and remember to stay unbeatable.
Today's episode of Unbeatable is brought to you by you guys over on our Patreon. Thank you so much for supporting us. Specifically, thank you Ethan Simmerly for supporting us at the Champion tier. We could not make this show without you guys' support, and we appreciate you so much.
I am unbeatable, I'll train until I meet my goal. If stakes are high, no, I won't fold, because I am unbeatable. Earning every badge, whatever it takes, I'm gonna be the best trainer, you just wait. And I know the road ahead looks like it won't be easy. I am unbeatable. Standing by my side, got my friends with me to explore a whole world of possibilities. But no matter what the challenge is, we can overcome it together. Because we are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fold, because we are unbeatable. We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fold, because we are unbeatable.